I can assure you that the more detached you are, the more you can love with all of you because you're not afraid of losing. Yeah, just take a moment to let that sink in because it's super duper powerful. Okay. When you're detached, when you know this person could leave at any second, we could maybe not be together for whatever reason that I do not know now, right? This moment could be the last moments we have together. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not assuming that you will be here. I'm not assuming. I'm not taking you for granted. So therefore, I will show up to that relationship with all of my juiciness, all of my love, all of my passion, without holding back, without fear of losing, right? As soon as we have the story that, you're mine, I'm yours, we fall asleep on each other. So never take it for granted that you don't know what's happening. You do not know. You could meet the greatest guy now, and I tell you, I know I'm in a 20-year relationship. And every single day is a new day to ask, do we still want to be together on this journey? And that's why our love is so sparkly and fresh, because we stay present with the fact that you never know what can happen in life, and never take it for granted. Today is a very exciting topic. It's a little bit of a twist on something, but I'll introduce that in a moment. My name is Mahima Klinger. I'm the founder of the Mahima Mindset. I'm an international best-selling author and speaker and trainer. And I've been on this journey for over 2.5 decades. That is the journey of supporting people to feel peaceful, powerful, and joyful in the now while aspiring to do incredible things in the world. I had the great fortune to meet some wonderful teachers at a young age, and also later on in life, because even though I started my journey as a 22-year-old, at one point I became the teacher, and at around 30, I stopped having teachers and mentors, and I was the teacher, I was the coach, I was the mentor. And I found that between the age of 30 and 40, when I wasn't being mentored, was actually the time I struggled and had the biggest challenges in my life. So I'm here as living proof that you can have all the greatest wisdom in the world. But if you don't have anyone holding you accountable to a greater version of yourself and helping you how to untap that and continue hacking your own system, the chances are that you will probably get stuck, right? Because we're all trying to accomplish things that we've never done before, like creating a life that I was super excited to live with a beautiful man in a country that's foreign, going all over the world and try. I've never done anything like that. So trying to do things that you've never done without getting the right mentorship and coaching, it's like trying to drive a car when you've never driven a car and just get into a car and try to drive it by yourself. But this is how we're taught to show up in life. Yeah, we're taught that to ask for help is some kind of a weakness. So unfortunately, most of the time, even when we're desperately needing support and help, we will continue trying to do things on our own, trying to show the world that we're strong. Meanwhile, inside, we're dying and feeling lost and confused. So if this is relating to you in any way, form, or shape, please put your comments in the chat. I want to have this dialogue with you. I want to know what your thoughts are about this. So understanding that it's important to get support and help is one of my greatest success secrets, right? People always ask me, Mahima, like, wow, how are you doing this? You always look so confident and strong and all these amazing things happening. It's because I am working very closely with my mentors, with my coaches, that they keep me on track. They keep inspiring me. They allow me to keep breaking through my barriers. And it's just so much more fun to do things with other people. And that's why a lot of you asked me on these mini workshops to talk about relationships in quite depth. Well, we can't do it in the depth that I would love to do it, because I could spend literally a whole 3 days training just on this topic. So to try to put something in 20 minutes here is really challenging, but I am trying my best to give you as much value as possible so you can start understanding the Mahima mindset and the Own Your Superstar training and how we actually start changing perspectives. So today I chose a cheeky topic because I wanted to, just provoke a little bit and see how many of you are going to be interested in playing that game with me. How to love your man like he has never been loved before. Now, listen, I am a woman that goes with men, and you might be a woman that goes with women, or you might be a man that goes with men. So it doesn't really matter. It's just this is about sharing how to really love somebody in a love relationship and give them the very best of you, right? So that they feel like I've never experienced anything like this. This is amazing. I want more of this. I want to stay in this. I want to continue because it's another level. So that's really what this topic is about, right? Is understanding how to love, how to be in a love relationship. And I'm talking about intimate relationships, right? I'm talking about the sexual relationships where you are together. And as I said, if you're not in a relationship, it doesn't matter. This topic will be relevant to you anyway, because maybe at one point you are in a relationship and you might remember some of these gold nuggets that are just going to help you show up more powerfully in your relationships. So let's get straight into it. Let me get to my first point. I'm always sharing 3 points on these webinars of how to love your man, woman, like they've never been loved before. Okay, so let me show you my first point. Super simple. This is practice self-love. Now, all of these things are simple, but they need to be embodied, right? So you guys know this. You can hear everything I'm saying and feel like empowered by it and feel nice, but it's putting it into practice in your daily life that's going to make the difference. And that bridge from nice information, it's massaging my ego, it's making me feel good, it's enlightening my soul, and I like it, and putting it into daily practice, that's the challenge, right? And that's where you need the help. That's where you need the coach and mentor who's going to show you how to put this into practice. So when our students come on our campus and we start talking about self-love, a lot of people think, I'm already taking care of myself. I want to show you a whole different level of self-love, right? And that requires what I call blisscipline. That requires doing the things that take care of you on a daily basis, but not doing it because I should do it. I should do my meditation. I should do my gratitude diary. I should do this. I should do that. That doesn't work. I should exercise. I should have a smoothie instead of a coffee. This all doesn't work. Practicing self-love is a much deeper game that comes from a place of knowing that this is the best thing you could be doing for yourself. It's a knowing. So for example, you know that you need to take a shower or else things might get a little stinky, right? Like, that, like how many days would you go without, hygiene, like shower before you go, like, okay, it's really time to do it, right? It's just something you do. And what about eating? That's self-care, right? Supernatural, drinking water, so forth, right? But when it comes to the inner work, what I call the inner work of listening to yourself, getting to know yourself, enjoying your own company, respecting yourself, respecting your boundaries, respecting what you want in life, respecting your standards of whatever it is that you think you deserve or would like to experience. Being in a place where you're able to give yourself the love and attention that you want others to give you. That you are your own best friend. You are your best cheerleader. You are the most kind and compassionate person when you are down and when you don't feel well, when you're feeling whatever it is you're feeling, instead of wanting your man to make you happy, to show up for you, you're able to give yourself enough self-love to be able to show up for yourself. Now, practicing self-love is, for me, really about creating a level of confidence in yourself that's like, I love being by myself. I love my own company, and I absolutely love being with you, and I love what we do together, right? But I'm not going to compromise the relationship with myself. That's going to be the most important relationship, because I'm with myself 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, 24 hours a day. So I think that I need to feel good in my own skin and be able to show up powerfully for myself. So this self-love and practicing self-love is really listening to the deeper truth that's inside of you, and being able to express that in a loving way to your man, to say, look, I love you, I appreciate you, amazing, but you're not responsible for my happiness, and I'm not responsible for your happiness. And so we both need to take care of our own vibrancy, our own sparkle, our own thoughts and feelings, centeredness and groundedness, so that when we come together from a stronger place. And I'm not saying that you can't feel like, weak and vulnerable and cry and have your man hold you, or your woman or whoever, and hold the space for you. Of course, that's going to happen. But we are not taught that independence is actually a positive and good thing in a relationship, right? And not only for ourselves, but also for our partners. So I'll tell you, I will regularly travel somewhere on my own, just to kind of feel again that what it feels like to be by myself, what it feels like to take care of myself and be alone. And you build that muscle, it creates a confidence that is very, very attractive, right? So that is my first point. Let's move on. Let's see, how does this work? Yes. Okay. So the second point that I want to, let me see your comments first, because I love to read what you guys are saying. Somebody's saying, yes, self-love. That is so important. And in challenging times, yes. Thank you so much. It takes so much longer time. Somebody says, love your outfit. Thank you. You guys are super sweet. So what to do when single, wanting to meet an amazing man to give all that love? This is fantastic. So when you're single, you wanna really amp up the self-love, because that's very attractive, right? Super attractive. When we have any kind of neediness or desperation around us, when we're out there trying to, let's say, woo in or draw in, energetically draw in the level of man that you're looking for, right? So when I met my husband, I was in my full shine. I was in my full radiance. I was traveling around the world teaching. I was really centered, grounded. I was in this really confident space where I was just doing me, and I was making a difference in the world. I was, focused on my mission. And yes, of course, I was open and available to see, is there any guy around that is ready to play with me? But my vibration was, hey, I'm just loving life. I'm just getting along with the things that are important to me. And if you want to come along that journey, then hey, that's awesome. But I'm not sitting around waiting for somebody to make my life amazing, right? So you want to be in that mode of just take care of your stuff, focus on your genius, focus on your mission, focus on impact, yeah? Focus on loving the relationships that are in your life, right? And of course, being open and available to draw in those new relationships. So thank you for that wonderful question. How does it different how is it different than confidence? It may seem you don't need him. Okay, so this is a fear. This is a fear that that women have. Like, ooh, if your guy is if he's not confident, then that's how he's going to interpret your level of freedom. Yeah. like, oh, you don't need me. No, of course, we love to have you there. But at the end of the day, I came into this world with nothing. I'm going to leave with nothing. And I have no idea, the things that are going to come in my life and exit my life. So I practice, and I suggest you do the same. Practice detachment. This doesn't mean you don't care. In fact, I can assure you that the more detached you are, the more you can love with all of you because you're not afraid of losing. Yeah, just take a moment to let that sink in because it's super duper powerful. Okay. When you're detached, when you know this person could leave at any second, we could maybe not be together for whatever reason that I do not know now, right? This moment could be the last moments we have together. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not assuming that you will be here. I'm not assuming. I'm not taking you for granted. So therefore, I will show up to that relationship with all of my juiciness, all of my love, all of my passion, without holding back, without fear of losing. Right? As soon as we have the story that, you're mine, I'm yours, we fall asleep on each other. So never take it for granted that you don't know what's happening. You do not know. You could meet the greatest guy now, and I tell you, I know I'm in a 20-year relationship. And every single day is a new day to ask, do we still want to be together on this journey? And that's why our love is so sparkly and fresh, because we stay present with the fact that you never know what can happen in life, and never take it for granted. So no, this is beyond confidence. This is the deepest truth that most humans don't know. So they become very clingy and attached to things, right? Instead of understanding you don't own anything, you'll never own anything. All of this is a game. How do you want to play that game, right? And you want to play it with making sure that you're taking care of yourself at all times, so that whatever happens, you stay grounded and centered within yourself. Awesome. So let me move to the next point, because this is a hot topic and we're running out of time. Okay, communicate your needs without drama. Now, this is such a juicy one, right? To be able to start communicating what we need from the people that we are in intimate relationships with, yeah, without blame or pointing finger or saying, threatening or being upset, or just saying, this is what I need. But this need comes from understanding yourself and being willing to give yourself what you need, right? So if I need, for example, we live together in a space, and I need that space to be like, I love to have a Zen space with everything in its place and taking care, everyone takes care of keeping the space in a nice way. And for me to be able to express, look, this is how I love to live. I love to live with that clarity and not messy and stuff. So these are my needs, right? And I would love to work with you so we can create, you tell me what your needs are, I'll tell you what my needs are, and we just keep we keep trying to make this work. But the point is the without drama part. And I tell you, this is one of the hardest things to do, and I'm still working on it. Okay, I am still working on it, to be able to communicate my needs without drama. And yes, when ladies, we do tend to put a lot of drama when our needs are not getting met. We can become super duper emotional, and just learning how to, speak from a place of more, this is what I need. This is what I deserve. This is what I would love. And if you're the man that's able to meet me, that's great. And if not, that's okay too. Yeah. But it's okay to say, this is what I need and this is how I want to live my life. But if it's not in alignment with you, that's okay. And you may need to release that person. That is the ultimate love. To be able to, and that brings me to my last point. Oh my God, time is just flying by. By the way, let me just mention that if you love these topics and you love what we're talking about, you love the conversation, you like the vibe of it, you feel like it's getting, some great insights into you, then think about joining me, right? This weekend on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of July, we have a 3-day summit where it's all about hacking our systems to change perspectives so that we can show up more powerfully in the world. Most of us are suffering because of our mindset. Yeah, we're suffering because of the way that we think about life, right? We're suffering because nobody showed us that there are other ways to play the game of life. There are these rule books on how you should show up in your relationships, how you should show up at your job, how you should think about this, how you should think about that, right? And if you look at what's happening in the world and just open your eyes and look around you, have conversations with people, we're actually struggling as a human race to stay in a place of positivity, to stay in a place of joy and love, to stay in a place of connection instead of disconnection. So there's something that we need to ask ourselves, why is this happening and how can I be the change? How can I do that differently, right? So when our students come on our campus, we start working with them, we start hacking their systems, they start to go out and transform their families. They're transforming their families. They're transforming their workspaces because they're bringing this new philosophy, these new ideas into those spaces. They're raising their own frequency and vibration and being able to go out and raise other people's frequency and vibration. So if you think you're a leader, and you want to, make this world a better place by being able to be less busy with your own negative self and more busy with being the change that the world needs, which means out there feeling confident, feeling good, feeling, and I don't say every minute of the day. That's okay. You're human and you have the right to feel sad. You have the right to feel weak. You have the right to feel all of these things, but you don't want to take real estate up in there. So that's something my coach Lisa said. You don't want to buy property in that space, right? You want to go visit there and then continue to serve, continue to move yourself into the direction of making sure that this precious life of yours doesn't get wasted in just being in a negative space for 88% of your life, right? So you want to spend more time in your heart, more time in your power, and more time in your creative mind, enjoying the moment and elevating the space that you walk into or the space that you're a part of, right? So let me get to the last topic before we close this thing down. Give him the freedom to be fully transparent. Give him or her the freedom to be fully transparent. Now, this is a challenging one, right? Because we've been so hurt that we don't want to hear what people are really thinking and really feeling, right? And I have found that with my husband and I, over these 20 years that we've been together, 21 years actually, we just celebrated 20 years of marriage this year, that our secret source of success is full transparency. That means you get to express yourself authentically about everything. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about, whether, what's happening with you sexually, like being able to grow sexually together instead of, playing a game and pretending or getting, not really being fully transparent about, your needs or about what your expectations are on that topic. I'm talking about hacking every single topic that is important in life and being fully transparent, right? But this is giving the other person permission to do that, right? And so often, because of our fears, we tend to kind of give people the feeling that if they don't say what we like, it's not, it's going to be over. It's you're not going to accept that. And that is a mistake, because that means the other person is not going to be themselves. And at some point, that's going to not feel like an unconditional love. It's going to feel like a love with conditions. I love you when you do what I want. I love you when you say what I want. I love you when you act the way I think you should act, as opposed to I love you as you are. And so express yourself and express your truth, and we'll just take it day by day by day and see where that goes, right? So those are my three secrets to loving whoever it is like they've never been loved before, right? Practice self-love, be independent, and be strong in your love for them, but you love yourself more. I know that sounds like an ego trip, but trust me, okay? It is what is going to make your loves blossom. Okay, you can love the other person, but you love yourself more. You have dignity, you have self-respect, you have self-love, you listen to yourself, right? And the other thing is communicate your needs without drama and go there. Go to those places where you're like, ooh, do I really want to say that? Yes, those are the things you want to be communicating. Whether it's, again, sexually, around money, around whatever topic, you need to be able to communicate your needs clearly. And then, of course, the topic of freedom to express yourself, obviously from a place of love and respect, but still, you need to be able to say, and he needs to be able to say, whatever it is that he needs to say in order to keep the relationship moving forward. So that's it, guys. We've come to another end of another great session. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. That you can see in the link, the team has posted something, and you can click afterwards. You can click on the link here to join me if you have loved what the Mahima Mindset is about and you're curious about the Own Your Superstar training. Then come join us. We would love to support you. And again, this is for you if you just feel like you're sick of telling yourself the same stories and getting the same results. If you feel like you're a little bit stuck and you're looking for a way to get unstuck and start moving forward. This is also for you if you just feel like, I want to spend a bit of time finding out what my heart really wants, because I've been listening to my head a lot. And it's gotten me into trouble, and I need to return back to really respect myself, but I don't even know where to start with that. Come and join me. Yeah, I can't wait to speak to you tomorrow on my topic of how to say yes to success. How to say yes to success. Now, success could be anything for you, right? So it's quite a broad topic, but I do have 3 amazing points that are going to help you to be able to be successful in whatever it is that you're trying to succeed. I've successfully built a multi-7-figure business. I'm successful in a love relationship with a man. I am successful in wonderful friendships that I've built. I'm successful in transforming other people's lives through this teaching. And of course, there's still a lot for me to learn, and there's still a lot for me to accomplish, but I know how to say yes to success, and I want to share that with you. Love you guys. Love you so much, and thank you for showing up here. Have a great evening.